Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have Season 3, and in today's video, we're going to be grading all of the new Season 3 cards that came out today. Of course, we have Harvest tomorrow, so we are going to do some Harvest gameplays as well as grading all of the Harvest cards that come out tomorrow as well. Before we get started, though, our shout-out for today's video goes to my man Complete for commenting the emoji on last video, and if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next one, let's comment the frog emoji. But let's just get started. I of course did see these cards get revealed, but I haven't seen their full stat breakdowns yet. This is actually my first time seeing it, so let's get started with our two, I guess, lower level guys, and that is Ted Hendricks and Barry Sanders. Unfortunately, you can only max one of these players, so I guess at the time when you have the opportunity to max these guys, that's when I would decide who to pick, you know, based on what your team's looking like and things like that. I do think Ted Hendricks is the better play because Barry Sanders, his card isn't that great if we're being honest with ourselves right now. It really is not. I'm surprised that these field pass cards are only 91 overalls, but even Barry with 90 speed is laughable. It is unserious if we're being honest. Like look at the running back landscape right now. We have 92 speed, 91 speed, 92 speed, 92 speed, and then giving a Barry card that, you know, you can't really get for like a little bit. I mean, he's not going to be as long as the Mike Vick grind, obviously, but yeah, this card is not that great, even with his ability. His ability, which they're not showing right now, which I will, I'll try to go and pull it up real quick for you guys. We'll go to Mortality. Shout out to my Mortality, always putting up the screenshots, but yeah, let me find it real quick. So Barry Sanders, actually, it's not even here. I think it should be on I think Mud.gg put it up, honestly. Yeah, Mud.gg put it up. So Mud.gg put up the abilities. I believe they did. I thought they did. Yes, they did. So, okay, where's Barry Sanders? Barry Sanders does get backyard halfback, which is faster playmaker response and bonus hot routes at running back. So it's like having RB apprentice, but also playmaker in one ability. So honestly, if you're gonna use the ability, like having playmaker out of the backfield is actually pretty valuable if you're good with it. But, you know, the problem is Barry Sanders has 90 speed, 91 acceleration. That's going to be outdated. I mean, it already is outdated. Like, right now, it's outdated. So, Barry's card, although he has that new ability, I'm still going to give Barry Sanders... I'm going to give the card a C. I'm not a big fan of the Barry Sanders card for a couple of reasons. One's the speed, and two, you know, yeah, he's just not great. He's really just not great. So, let me go back, EA, there, or my.gg, and we're here to Ted Hendricks. Ted Hendricks, this is the card I would fully level up, really, no matter what your team looks like. Let's go ahead and level him up. And we have a 91 speed, 6'7", 90 acceleration card. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, he's not going to get Lurk Artist. But they gave him Lurk Artist. Ted Hendricks does get Lurk Artist for 1 AP. At 6'7", 91 speed, 90 acceleration. This card will always be pretty solid and also 85 zone. So, you know, this card will always have a spot because he's 6'7" with Lurk Artist. Even when, you know, his speed's a little bit outdated and things like that, the card's still going to maybe make an impact as like a backup or whatever the case is. So, yeah, between Barry and Hendricks, they're kind of making you choose between which card you can fully upgrade. I would fully upgrade Ted Hendricks, and I would give this card an A. I'm going to give it an A. I wish he had one 90-pound move, finesse move, but it is what it is. You know, the traits are 2 of 3. It's not bad. It's not, you know, I'm going to give him an A. Not an A+, but an A. I'm a big fan of the Ted Hendricks card for sure, and like I said, would pick him over Barry Sanders. Next up, we got Darren Woodson. We'll go back here to the abilities. And Darren Woodson is our first and only deep zone KO player in the game right now. So that means on any deep zone, he's going to get a KO, whether it's a deep half, an inside deep zone. So all I'm going to say is when Season 4 comes out, this ability is going to be abused. And honestly, for 3 AP, it's honestly not a bad call to use this card. Like, I like to use that card and use his ability. I don't like his stats. Like, don't get me wrong, they kind of suck. Like, his stats aren't the greatest, but with improved reactions and knockouts for 3 AP, it's going to feel like he has 95 zone. And also, it's going to feel like he's just getting KOs because he has a KO. So, for 3 AP, it's a little bit crazy as well. Because we go to another safety in the game right now. We go to a safety that gets, you know, any deep out zone KO is 3 AP. Deep in zone KO is 2 AP. So, being able to combine both those abilities and make them only 3 AP, it just makes sense. You're basically taking deep out KO and combining it with deep in, and then it's, you know, still the same AP. So, to me, deep out zone, it could be worth maybe working with. I don't love the card stats. Like I said, you know, this card stats are not perfect, but if that ability can work for you and if you're going to use the ability, this card's going to play a lot better for you, obviously. If you're just going to go ahead and put him out there on your field, you know, he's already outdated as far as speed goes, but he has a super broken ability. So kind of for the first couple of weeks of the season, you could definitely use this card with that deep, you know, with that deep zone KO. I'm going to give Darren Woodson a B+. To me, his stats are not that great, but the ability is obviously very nice. So those are my thoughts on Darren Woodson. Next up, we got Bruce Matthews. Bruce Matthews, I actually really do like his ability. And I wish, you know, it is 3 AP on offense, which is a little bit crazy, so you're probably never going to use it. But I really like this ability. It basically is threat detector and identifier in one ability, which I've used both those abilities in the past. Yes, that was in a 12 AP meta, and now we're in still a 7 AP meta for, again, Season 3. So, yeah, Bruce Matthews, you know, I love the ability. You're not going to be able to use it at the end of the day, but this card's not bad. 662 speed, he's definitely a good free option. As you know, looking here, 90 and over 90 in all the stats, including awareness and strength. Lead block's pretty good too. Impact block's pretty good. This card's nice. Play him wherever you want. I'm not sure if he gets secondary positions yet. We don't really know, but high motor on yes is also good for linemen. So Bruce Matthews, I like this card. Even without his ability, he's going to play well. I'm going to give Bruce Matthews an A. Leaning A, honestly, I'm going to give him an A. I wish he was a little bit faster, but I'll give him an A for Bruce Matthews. And we have one more card. We have Mike Vick. Last card is Mike Vick. He's the Randy Moss of this season. So, you know, one upgrade for level 10, level 20, level 30, level 40, level 50. And as someone that has a Jets Steam team and loves using Mike Vick cards, you know, I'm happy to see Vick get an upgrade. Am I happy that it's locked behind a season-long grind? No, not really, because that means I'm going to have to actually, you know, go into, you know, Mutt Champs games and run the field goal block and you know, stat boost with my opponent and maybe play solo battles. Please, I hope there's another XP glitch this season. I better find a way to make it work. But Mike Vick gets, he's somewhat special. Mike Vick is somewhat special because he does get this right here. He gets 2 abilities, kind of 3, honestly. So the first one is 04 Vick. It's 1 AP escape artist, but to activate it, you need 8 1-yard runs. This right here, do not run this, okay? It is just escape artist. You know, they're making it look like something else that it's not. It's just escape artist. It is not 04 Vick. Escape artist for the last 2 years has been ass, like ass. Do not use this ability. Do not use this X Factor. It's not worth it. Like if you don't believe me, I've used Johnny Manziel's, you know, aka X Factor in practice mode. It feels exactly the same. There is no difference between having escape artist and not having escape artist. There literally is not. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's like a different use to it this year. That it's not going to work like it did in past years. But this does not work, bro. It does not work at all. So he also still does get a backyard QB, which is like getting Hot Route Master. So although he doesn't get Hot Route Master, this right here is QB Playmaker and Hot Route Master in one ability. Would have loved if he got set feet. I do think by the time we get our hands on this card, there's going to be other set feet QBs in the game. You know what I mean? That are gonna, I mean, yeah, you guys can't see it, but it's off the screen. But there's going to be other set feet QBs in the game that probably is going to be just as fast as Mike Vick. But technically, he's our fastest Hot Route Master QB in the game. Although he doesn't get Hot Route Master, Backyard QB is Hot Route Master because it does add 4 additional Hot Routes, which is also really nice. And a nice little bonus on this card is that he does get 1 AP Jukebox. So you honestly could run Jukebox. I mean, I don't hate going Backyard QB Jukebox on Mike Vick. With these stats, I don't hate it. I actually wish he was a little bit better, you know. I mean, 93 juke move is pretty solid. 88 carrying is pretty good too. 90 COD, 88 break tackle, 91. I mean, no, he's pretty nutty. He's pretty. I mean, these stats are pretty ridiculous. Yeah, he's a demon, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna need like 95 speed potentially on a theme team is ridiculous. No, he's fine, and he's gonna have Slinger 1 too. Best release in the game in my opinion. And he's a lefty, which I've been loving to use this year, especially running, you know, a wing slot. Just love a lefty right now. But a pretty good card. Hot Route Master. Again, you're not going to get him, you know, unless you really put the work in. The earliest you can probably get him is like 3 weeks, 2 weeks before the season ends. So it's going to be a month or so, a month and a half until you can even get this Mike Vick card. So this kind of might be what the, you know, this could be what the quarterback landscape looks like whenever the season ends. The same way, you know, Randy Moss was. Randy Moss, you know, he looks like a lot of the receivers that are coming out right now. So do keep that in mind. So, you know, and also another thing to keep in mind is that these abilities right here, they're only going to be added to normal player pools when season 4 comes out. So now, you know, linchpin and third down threat and deep elite and all these other, you know, abilities that were exclusive to the season 2 champions are now going to be in normal ability pools. So now you can, you know, Now, maybe for season 4 you can get backyard running back on, I don't know, Adrian Peterson or whatever running back comes out then. You know what I mean? So do keep that in mind as well. These abilities are exclusive to these cards here. So what are my thoughts on season? Oh, did I grade Mike Vick? Mike Vick is an A+ card. His card's a demon. I'll give him an A because I wish he had Seffi. I'm gonna give him an A because I wish he had Seffi, but that's really it. But as far as season 3 in general, the grade I would give season 3, they put up the whole field pass. They did. So the whole field pass, I'm happy that we got uniform packs. I'm hoping that these are alternate uniform packs. It's what I'm hoping for. That's really what I'm hoping for. But I see Xerxes tweet something about Marshall Faulk and Gronk are guaranteed for the. Oh, that's a W. Okay, we're gonna get a Marshall Faulk for the Rams theme team. Let me find out. Who's the other guy? Ray Lewis, Gronk, makes sense. But yeah, you see right here. I mean, as far as the whole level goes, it's not bad at all. And we get epic. I mean, now we get epic and rare strat cards as well this season, which is gonna boost players even more. So I'm gonna give the full season. I'll give it a B plus grade. No, yeah, I'll go B plus. Let's go B plus grade for this season. Let me know which cards you guys are excited to grind for, which cards you guys are picking up. Are you gonna be upgrading Barry Sanders or Ted Hendricks? And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.